Hi, in tonight's video I'm going to talk about the circle of sex crimes in America. Believe it or not, the Vatican even covers up for this. And Zionism promotes it. Okay, I'm going to start off by talking about a disgusting organization. If none of you have heard of it, it's called NAMBLA, North American Man-Boy Lovers Association. It's a filthy organization. It promotes sex between grown men and young children, and they're proud of it. There's a teacher actually that was a leader of it named Peter Melzer in the Bronx, and the only thing that happened to him when he was proven to be involved with it is he was put out of public profile. He was put behind a desk doing paperwork. No jail time or anything like that. Now, it's not just children that are boys, young girls. They actually have a holiday for young girls who are victims of pedophilia. If you don't know it or not, it's called Alice Day. It's every April 25th here in America. And they promote sex between grown women and young girls. They actually have their own NAMBLA. They just get rid of the men and the boys, and they put in place women and girls. It's not as popular as NAMBLA. NAMBLA even did a skit on South Park, and Howard Stern even did a long skit on his his radio show years ago. They shouldn't have done that. This is a sad thing. They're actually promoting it when they do skits like that. Now, I don't believe their intentions were to harm anybody, but still, they wanted to make money off of this. So that's NAMBLA there. And Peter Melzer, a teacher, actually thought it was okay. I'm not sure if he's in jail now or not. That was years ago, but still, it's disgusting. Now, the MeToo movement. The MeToo movement is very good. I think it helps a lot of victims. But it was good in 2006 when, what was her name? Tarana Burke, an African-American civil rights leader, started it. Alyssa Milano, I don't believe she's wholeheartedly into it for the right reason. She continued it in 2007, and her high profile made it more popular, but she also speaks a lot politically against Trump. I don't believe all her motives are for the right reason, even though she did acknowledge quite quickly on Twitter that she's not really the starter of this. She didn't start it. That Miss Burke actually did. That was good of her to do that. But still, if you follow this organization, it could do great work, but it's starting to slip and get too political, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. We're still better off with Me Too than without it. But I don't believe Alyssa Milano should be making her little speeches, starting to talk about the victims, and then quickly going into Donald Trump and why she doesn't like Donald Trump. That's just my opinion, like I said. Now, the Vatican has been covering up for this stuff for years and years and years, especially with the Pope Francis. What's with him taking Cardinal Weir, whatever it is, and helping him get away with it by getting them out of the country and just like kind of defrocking them? I don't know if that's what the term they use for, when you're up, that might just be monks, but, just telling him he can't do his work. This Weir was covering up for all the sex crimes in Pennsylvania, even though I don't believe he was involved in any of them himself. I've made a previous video on the Pope's involvement in it, and I urge my viewers to go to my channel on YouTube and watch it. so I'm not going to get too involved in that. But he says he has a list now exposing these people. But this has been going on for 50 years, and now they're doing this list? Think about that there too. Now Zionism, I don't like Zionism at all. I mention it probably maybe every single video I've made. Our media, our movies, and are pretty good examples of all the sex crimes committed right in the movies, and the rape and everything, and the way they degrade women. I think is pretty obvious what Zionism does. And they don't allow this in their country. They don't allow it in Israel. And I said their country purposely. America's not their country if they don't have good intentions for it. It's for good legal citizens that want good for America. Then it's their country. Not for people that promote NAMBLA and other sex crime and other organizations. Okay, now I'm sure many of my viewers have heard of the name Jeffrey Epstein. He was very much involved in pedophilia, and he flew President Clinton 26 times on his private Boeing 727, big luxury jet, to his private island. What was this island called? Epstein Island wasn't the real name. That's what people know it by. But anyways, it's east end of the St. Thomas, the Virgin Islands. And when he was caught, now, in the last video I mentioned Harvard, how Senator Warren, how they actually honored her as a Native American. Well, this is another blunder they did. When Jeffrey Epstein got caught, and he was sentenced to 18 months in jail and served 13, Harvard didn't return any of the donations received from Epstein. So that's besides. I just want to throw that in there because I don't like Harvard at all. But okay, now Epstein Island. What is it called? I wish I had the real name. Let me look. Epstein Island. Oh, that guy. If you look at a picture of Jeffrey Epstein, don't mistake him for Anthony Bourdain, even though they look exactly alike, in my opinion. That's poor Anthony Bourdain. Rest in peace. But I feel bad for you looking like this horrible man. Okay, I don't have the actual name of his island, but Epstein Island, that's what everybody knows it by anyways. Now, this guy, one of the wealthiest people in the country, this shows how he can get away with so much in this country. A billionaire who was caught for sex crimes, sex trafficking in a private island, he only needs to serve 13 months in jail. That's sad. This stuff has to stop. Now, the Pizzagate. Now, people talk about this, and I kind of think that maybe it's the left, the bad people on the left, not left. When I say, I don't mean to say that Democrats are pedophiles or by any means. I'm just saying that there's people in the fake mainstream media that may have promoted this, and it may not be true. That thing with Pizzagate and what is it called, the actual name of the pizza place, Comet Ding Pong. It was being investigated, and a man went in there with a gun, and I believe he shot the wall or the ceiling or something, but didn't injure anybody. That kind of sounds suspicious right there. So maybe it could have happened, and it could be true, and then they just put in the fake media used this sick man, or somebody hired him to go in there with a gun, just so that it would be stopped and the public wouldn't be talking about it anymore. So that Pizzagate thing, there's plenty of other, information out there where you don't need to get involved with Pizzagate, because if you want to do something and talk about it with people, I don't believe Pizzagate is a very good thing to do. That's just my opinion anyways. But the name of the person that owns the Comet Pizza place and another establishment, wealthy, popular man in D.C., that's where, Washington, D.C. is where that pizza place was anyways. His name is James Alefantis. He's a gay man in D.C. Not that I'm saying gay people are pedophiles, I'm just saying a lot of them are. A lot of them really are. Now this MeToo movement, that's what I hope would turn around and start doing the right stuff. When they're going after Harvey Weinstein, that's good stuff. But when you have Alyssa Milano and other celebrities using it for political reasons, just to bash Trump, that's not good at all. So, that NAMBLA, I can't believe that anything like that could actually be true, but it is. They actually have their own bulletin, their own little newspaper that they put out, called the NAMBLA Bulletin. It's a sick, disgusting bulletin. I Googled it and I want to see what it's about, and I just looked at the covers and I didn't get into reading the articles, because just by the pictures it was a disgusting thing. So, and if you do Google it, I ask you to go in incognito. You never know with this government. But it's out there and it's disgusting. So I just wanted to bring these things to your attention. So please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you.